Cleveland Guardians vs Tampa Bay Rays. Each pitcher has made 2 starts in the month of July and has been on 2 different levels. Ben Lively is 1-0 with a 7.15 ERA and a .283 opposing batting average in 11.1 innings, while Ryan Papoy is 1-1 with a 2.79 ERA and a .222 batting average against in 9.2 innings of work. These teams as a whole have been pitching differently than what is expected during the month of July as well. The Guardians are 20th with a 4.63 team ERA in 12 games in July, while the Rays are 9th with a 3.88 team ERA in 11 games. Go with the Tampa Bay Rays to win this game. My team pick is Tampa Bay Rays win. Both lineups have hit into some double plays throughout the season, as the Guardians are 8th with 74 double plays hit, while the Rays are 17th with 63 so far. These offenses have been struggling to put up runs in the last few weeks, as Cleveland is scoring 4 runs in their last 14 games, while Tampa Bay is averaging 3.31 runs in their previous 13 games played. All in all, go with under 7.5 runs here. Colorado Rockies vs New York Mets. The expectations certainly weren't off the charts for the Rockies entering the season, so it's no surprise to see them holding down the cellar of the NL West. They're truly the worst team in the division, sitting at just 33-62. Colorado's currently 23.0 games off of Los Angeles' first-place pace. In terms of recent form, the Rockies have dropped 5 of their last 6 games. That includes Friday's series opener to the Mets, a 7-6 defeat in Queens. The Mets have really turned things around after a brutally slow start to the season. The Tides turned in early June, and New York has gone an impressive 2-4-1-0 over the last 34 games. This hot streak has catapulted the Mets into contention, where they're currently in possession of the second wild card spot at 4.845. The odds makers still aren't completely sold on New York, pricing them at 120 to make the postseason minus 145 to miss. This should be a fun matchup on Sunday afternoon, but when the dust settles, I think it'll be the Mets who stretch out a multi-run lead and win the game. Give me New York minus 1.5. The Mets have been playing excellent baseball recently, winning 24 of their last 34 games. However, this play is mostly a fade of the Rockies. They've been horrendous on the road this year, going just 13-35 Sioux. Colorado is just 22-26 on the run line in road games, and that's the 4th worst mark in the league. Finally, it's worth pointing out their home-road splits, where the Rockies are sitting in 29th in road batting average .224 and 28th in road ops .643. They're running into a red-hot Jose Quintana, and the Southpaw should keep his team in position to cover the run line. Take New York Mets minus 1.5 runs. While Jose Quintana is on a tear right now, having not allowed a run in his last 2 starts 14.0 IP, this might be a tough spot for him. The Rockies have had his number in the past, slashing .344/.382/.484 against him over 64 at-bats. Those numbers are a bit inflated due to pitching at Coors Field in his road games, so I think we'll end up somewhere in the middle. Maybe Colorado can scratch across a couple runs, and that's likely all we'll need to help get this game over the total. Over the Mets' current 4-game winning streak, their offense has looked great, averaging 6.75 runs per game. In their head-to-head at-bats with Quantrill, they're slashing .283/.296/.566 over 53 at-bats. Finally, both of these bullpens have been roughed up this year. Colorado's arm barn is the worst in the league, sitting 30th in both ERA 5.85 and WHIP 1.62. New York hasn't been much better, coming in at 20th 4.25 and 22nd 1.34 in those respective categories. I'm taking the over, as there should be opportunities for offense all throughout this game. Take the over here. Now, before we continue, I would like to welcome you to High Stakes. My name is Brian. I'd like to ask your support. First, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss any of our daily betting videos. Second, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps us reach more viewers. Now, before we dive in, for those interested in more premium betting tips and predictions, if our guidance has helped you win bets and increase your revenue, we would appreciate your support in growing this channel. Your assistance is vital in strengthening our presence on YouTube. Therefore, feel free to explore our Patreon tiers. You will find the link in the description and comment section below. Thank you. Miami Marlins vs Cincinnati Reds. The Miami Marlins have been absolutely brutal offensively this season, as they are 29th in the sport with a .637 team ops while averaging 3.5 runs per game. They have been way too aggressive at the dish, as they are far and away the worst at drawing walks with 201 total walks right now. Center fielder Jazz Chisholm has been leading the way as he has a .730 ops with 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, 41 runs scored and 18 steals on 26 attempts. The Cincinnati Reds have been hitting at a decent level as they are 16th in the majors with a .703 team ops while scoring 4.48 runs per game. Their power has been producing at a good level as they are tied with the San Diego Padres and Atlanta Braves for 107 total home runs so far. Shortstop Elly De La Cruz has been playing at an incredible level as he has a .821 ops with 16 homers, 41 RBIs, 63 runs scored and 46 steals while being caught 8 times. There is a slight difference out of these starting pitchers when diving into the splits as Trevor Rogers is 1-4 with a 4.54 ERA and a .280 batting average against in 41.2 innings, 8 road starts, while Nick Lodolo is 4-2 with a 4.07 ERA and a 1.38 whip in 42.0 innings, 8 home starts. The ability to hit with runners in scoring position is critical to winning games, and there is a significant gap as the Marlins are 23rd in MLB with a .700 team ops in those situations, while the Reds are up at 7th in baseball with a .804 team ops with runners in scoring position. All in all, go with the Cincinnati Reds to secure a win in this game. Take Cincinnati Reds minus 1.5 runs. Nick Lodolo has been pitching very well so far when diving into his Baseball Savant page, as he is in the 80th percentile in whiff percentage, 72nd percentile in XBA, 72nd percentile in walk percentage, and 70th percentile in strikeout percentage. Lodolo also has 4 different pitches: fastball, curveball, changeup, sinker, and his best pitch has been his curveball as he has a .198 batting average and a .253 slugging percentage against it. He faced the Marlins once in 2022 and won by going 6 innings and allowed 2 unearned runs on 5 hits with 2 walks and 9 strikeouts. Trevor Rogers has been abysmal this season, according to his Baseball Savant page, as he is in the 9th percentile in average exit velocity, 11th percentile in hard hit percentage, 13th percentile in XBA, and 15th percentile in XERA. He has a 4-pitch arsenal: fastball, sinker, changeup, slider, and his changeup has been getting hit the most as hitters have a .308 batting average and a .404 slugging percentage against. Rogers last faced the Reds in 2022 and lost by throwing 3.2 innings and gave up 6 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. When looking at how these starting pitchers have been performing in the last 7 starts, they have been doing well. Trevor Rogers is 0-3 with a 3.72 ERA and a 1.32 whip in 38.2 innings, while Nick Lodolo is 5-1 with a 3.26 ERA and a 1.24 whip in 38.2 innings. Leading off innings is critical to scoring runs, and these teams are not doing well at all. Cincinnati is 26th in the majors with a .639 team ops in those at bats, while Miami is right behind them in 27th place in baseball with a .634 team ops leading off innings. Go with under 9 runs in this game as the better option. Take under 9 runs. Pittsburgh Pirates vs Chicago White Sox. This is not the game to try to cash in on an upset. The White Sox have the worst record in baseball, are starting a reliever with very little experience, and are taking on a Pittsburgh team that has won 5 of their last 6. Chad Kuhl has only pitched 17 innings this season and is likely to only pitch 3 more here, as Chicago will use their bullpen heavily in this game. Chicago is only 26th in the league in team era, so they will struggle no matter who they put on the mound. Pittsburgh is starting Mitch Keller, who has been a solid starter for the team all season. Keller has a 105 record and just went 8 innings against the red-hot Mets and only gave up 2 runs in a win. The White Sox do not have a single all-star in their batting lineup and will not be able to keep it close as they give up too many runs to the Pirates in this one. Take the Pirates minus 1.5 runs.